All right. Welcome in to the Dad and Ty Sports Show on February 27th, Sunday night. We're taping, Ty. We're good. I'm the dad, Matt Buck. This is
Ty.
He's the Ty. It's Ty Buck. It's my son. He's the son. All right. Well, we'll get started. First off, what am I talking about? So question. Will the Major League Baseball season start on time? Huh, Ty?
Yeah.
Look at that. They still haven't reached a deal. They got one more day before the league side says they're going to postpone games, or not postpone them. They're just not going to outright have games if they can't get a deal cut tomorrow. It's not looking good. ESPN and some others have reported both sides still remain very far apart on a lot of key issues. So, Ty, what are your thoughts on that if they can't get a deal done? The players and the Major League owners for baseball. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was hard. They're ready for that.
They weren't ready. Well, we're not ready for that, are we?
No.
That means there's no Angel opening day. They'll have to wait and then have a different day they open.
I don't like it.
No, it's not good. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we find out if they can get a deal done by the end of the day. All right, moving on. I just want to give a shout out to Brian Berrigan, Michael Sims, and I think it's Gidget fan. Gigit fan. I don't know. Anyway, those three, they were right in guessing Mighty Ducks as the hockey movie in episode 3. Ty's favorite movies, sports movies, episode 3. Those were the folks who guessed right. Just give them all a high five. Of note, Brian Berrigan jumps in with his second correct guess on the movies. So I guess he's a fan of the movies. Thanks for watching. And Mike and Gidget fan, thanks again for tuning in. Keep an eye out for our next episode 4, Ty's favorite movie.
Yeah.
All right. It was Mighty Ducks, right, Ty? That was the movie, and I'll kick it over to you. What was your favorite part in that movie, Ty?
Looks good.
What was your favorite part in the movie Mighty Ducks?
When they win at the ending.
Who'd they beat? All right.
They win at the ending.
At the end, they won. Who's your?
They win at the beginning and they lost at the second scene.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. And you like the Mighty Ducks? Why do you like that movie? Why do you like the sports movie? Why do you like that? Because you like?
Because I like it.
And you like hockey.
I do.
Yeah, and it was a kids movie, right? Kind of about team kids. Anyway, we had a lot of fun doing that. So stay tuned for the next one. I'm not sure what sport we'll do. Maybe we'll do golf.
Yes.
No.
I'll do golf.
No, we're not going to do golf. All right, moving on real quickly here. Got to jump in. The Los Angeles Kings, Ty, are crushing it right now. We're on fire. Just won 5 in a row as of last night against the Islanders. We're on a pretty good streak. Although that's not the best streak we've had this year. I think we had 7 in a row. About a couple months back, we were on a 7 in a row. So let's see if we can keep it going. They're in second place in the Pacific Division behind Calgary. We're 3 points ahead of Las Vegas Knights. Who would have thought that 2-3 months ago, huh? So we're on a roll. Jonathan Quick picked up his 350th win of all time. Ty, who's Quick?
Jonathan Quick.
I know. Who is he?
He's a hockey player.
Who is he on the Kings, though? What position?
The skater.
Who's the guy who plays in front of the net?
Kopitar.
No, the goalie.
Drew Doughty.
No, he's a goalie.
Stopper.
He's stopper. Yeah, he's a stopper. He's the goalie, Ty. Remember the guy who wears all the pads and wears the face mask? He's the goalie, right? So I know Cal Peterson helps jump in there too. He was great. He's been great too, but Quick, 350 wins. That's a career already. He also was the goalie when they won the Stanley Cup back in 2012, 2014? 2014. So if Quick keeps standing on top of his head, say when goalies are on fire, they stand on their head and knock down shots. They're gonna make a serious run, I think, at this playoff, right? Anyway, the trick is who can they get? The trade deadline's coming up for hockey, and they need to get somebody. But who would it be? I think the Kings, they play a lot of games back to back. They got to play another 30 games or so in the next 45 days or something like that, right, Ty?
Yeah.
So they have a lot of back. They have like at least 6 more times where they play back-to-back nights.
Yeah.
So they're going to need. So having Cal Peterson and Quick I think, is an advantage. But they need probably some depth, some extra skaters that can bulk up their lines, especially if somebody gets hurt or if they're getting tired,
Yeah.
we got to make sure
Yeah.
you got to have fresh legs out there. Another note, I think the Kings are the best on the road this year. I think they get the most points on the road. Like they have consecutive points in their last 11 road games or something. Very impressive. Just all the signals and signs are there. We'll just sit back and then watch. So what do you think about the Kings?
They're doing all right.
They're better than all right.
They're better.
They're doing great.
They're doing great.
What did you tell me earlier tonight? They're doing so well. You want to go get a what?
I'm gonna go get a Kings jersey and go to the game.
You want to get a Kings jersey and check out a game. All right,
Go
buddy.
to a game.
All right, don't run out on the ice and tackle the Zamboni though. You're gonna be able to sit in your seat,
Yes.
or stand up and cheer. Not gonna run away on me and jump on the ice and try to tackle the mascot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Maybe we'll check it out. Maybe we'll get Uncle Chad to get out there too. Okay, our special guest here, as promised, talk about the Lakers, is Tanner Buck. It's Ty's brother. He's here filling in to drop some Laker knowledge on us. So without further ado, we'll talk to LA Lakers, playoffs, LeBron, a little Anthony Davis. So what's going on with the Lakers?
So for the All-Star break, Anthony Davis got hurt with a foot injury. Scheduled to be out around 5 weeks. Frank Vogel hasn't specified exactly how long, but he said it's going to be a big deal, that big piece of their offense is going to be missing. A lot of speculations about LeBron. LeBron did make some statements about possibly going back to Cleveland. He did want to specify in an article written by Mark Medina on NBA.com recently on the 26th that said, he did say that I see myself being in the purple of gold as long as I play, and I have a goal that if it's possible, I don't even know if it's possible and if I can play with my son, I would love to do that. But I think LeBron just wanted to specify that he has no intentions currently for Laker fans that were asking.
Do you see it as like a distraction before because they're trying to make the playoffs, right? They still have a chance. Do you know how many games out they are?
They're about like 24. I mean, they're losing by like a good amount to like the.
They're 24 games out of first place.
No, not out of first place. They're 24 games like into the like with the season left.
But how many games out of like are they? How many games behind that last playoff spot are they?
I'm not sure. They're still in the spot, so like they're still in one of the spots to like play for the playoff. I mean the playing game.
The playing game.
Yeah, they go. Into
So
the playoffs.
so how do they do? Just for folks that don't know, how does the playoffs play-in thing work? Because last I knew, when I paid attention,
so
they only had 8 spots and they got in. So how does it work?
So basically, the NBA kind of changed it up where they took the top 2 bottom teams, the 7th and 8th team, they play the 9th and 10th team, and the 9th and 10th team have a chance to make the playoffs.
Okay, so like if you're the 10th spot, you play the 9th team to see who goes.
No, you're gonna play the 8th team, and then the 9th team is gonna play the 7th team.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Right. So you technically you have a playing game if you're 9 or 10.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
and then if you're 7-8, you could be just out of luck if you lose.
Yeah.
So you want to be the safest place to be is 6th or better.
Yeah, to be one of those top spots guaranteed in the playoffs.
In the conference, right? And they're
Yeah.
the West and East conference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so they're right now they're like what, 10th or 9th?
I think they're about 10th right now. They're behind the Clippers, so
Clippers are
yeah.
9th. Okay.
They're either 10th or 9th. Like, I'm not exactly sure. I just know they're like 3 games out of the next position.
Okay, so that's the playoff situation. So, and Davis is hurt. What do you think their chances are of like hanging on to a playoff spot or beating or winning that game?
It's gonna be extremely tough. I mean, AD's a big part of their lineup. I mean,
Who?
Anthony Davis. AD is a
Anthony,
big part of their lineup, and out of Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, all those big threes that we've been the big 3 we've been expecting to see play haven't really played that much. I think LeBron wanted to specify. I think during or after the All-Star break, talking about like the biggest problem, and they're asking about, okay, what are the problems with you and Russ and AD playing? He said one of the biggest problems that we haven't played together enough at all because LeBron's been injured for a significant amount of time and AD's been out for a long time. So as much as everyone wants to get on Russ about not playing well, he has struggled with the Lakers, but I mean, we've never really seen this whole roster together for.
Well, they've had
time.
injuries, and that's what I mean. We've talked about it. Ty and I, we've basically said there's been some injuries, and they haven't played as a whole unit and had that time to come together. So do you see it kind of like as a bust, or is this better? It seems like we have the all-star team together, basically put together like we did. Remember when a few years back when Kobe had all those guys come in a few years back when Kobe was. And it didn't work because they had all the all-stars and it just didn't seem to gel. Do you see this team being better than that team, or?
I mean, it's kind of a different dynamic, I would say, because like when Kobe had all those all-stars come in. What you're talking about 2012 when they had Steve Nash, or when they had like
Yeah, they had
Malone
Nash
come
and
in?
they had Malone and they had all
Oh wait,
those.
that was they had Dwight and Steve Nash come in, but he did tear his Achilles. Plus, I don't know, it just didn't work out that year.
Right,
But
it
he was-
didn't. No, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if you look at how they brought in all these stars now, like Melo and all those guys to go with it, do you think this team's better prepared than they were? Like, have they done better? I think they have, right? Because that team didn't even get close to the playoffs.
I mean, they were kind of at the bottom and they had to fight their way up. I mean, they made the playoffs that year, but it was like right after Kobe tore his Achilles. I think the difference with this team really is that we haven't really seen them play together as a full unit, really. But at the same time, it's like even when they've been a full unit, they have struggled.
Mhm.
But when you take AD for like a good week or two out of the game, and then you have LeBron out for games, and then Russ trying to figure it out, and you throw them all together for like a few games, and you want to judge them off of just a few games after they haven't been a whole like good amount of games together, it's kind of tough. But at the same time, it's just part of the season. You have to know how to deal with injuries. So at the same time, people want to throw shots at the Lakers like, oh, they're not playing well, but at the same time, every team deals with injuries, and a good team knows how to like play well when certain guys are out.
So across the way, because we are, the Dad and Ty Sports Show, we do talk all pro sports in LA, and we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Clippers, who are actually doing better than the Lakers. There's no LeBron on the Clippers, right? So they just don't get pubs. So what are your thoughts about the Clippers? We can just shift gears real quick. Just talk Lakers. I mean, we talk Lakers for most time, but maybe a little quick thing about the Clippers.
I mean, you use the Clippers as an example, like similar as the Lakers are really struggling. People are blaming reasons for them being injured. I mean, even since last year, since Kawhi's gone out in the playoffs, it's like Tyronn Lue's doing a great job with the Clippers, and with two of their superstars out, I mean, you got guys like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard out, and you have people like Bledsoe, Reggie Jackson, Serge Ibaka all stepping up that are still solid players. They're not bad players, but they're not what.
Hey, Reggie's not related to the Reggie Jackson baseball. is he?
No. They're not what a Paul George or what a Kawhi Leonard would bring. So it is an interesting thing to see how the Clippers are doing really well, and they are 6-0. I mean, probably 7-0 since the last time
They've won 6 in a row.
Yeah,
against
they've
the
beaten the
Lakers. I
Lakers
did see that when they
yeah.
lost last week. That was a tough one. They kept showing that LeBron break on the Clipper, or the Twitter was all over LeBron. Poor LeBron. Yeah. But when you're one of the best players of all time, right? You're gonna get that. Do you think it's fair the criticism he gets?
I mean, I don't know if it's really. I mean, he's been in the spotlight since he was in high. I mean, since he got into the league, Sports Illustrated labeled him the chosen one, so he's kind of been under that pressure.
But I mean, people now that are critiquing him. I mean, did you see this with? You didn't see this with Kobe, really, right?
I mean, you kind of did towards the end of his like career when he was like winning that 5th or 6th final. Everyone was, I mean, that not 5th or 6th, 4th or 5th final. Everyone was starting to compare him to MJ and putting him on a pedestal and see what he was going to do. But LeBron's kind of been in that spotlight for a while, where it's like, okay, we expect you to be the best all the time, and he has delivered, he hasn't delivered, but that's just part of being a pro athlete. You're gonna have critics. So
all right, so predictions, wrap it up. We had a long segment on Lakers, but I felt like we haven't talked Lakers, and I've heard it from various folks that we need to talk more about the Lakers. My family, not Tanner. Tanner's been pretty good about not pressuring us to talk about Lakers, but other folks. Now that we get the playoffs, so what are your predictions for the Lakers in the playoffs? What do you give it a shot? Like, what are the odds?
I mean, it's going to be really tough. I mean, we're struggling right now without AD, and AD's not going to be back for 5 to 6 weeks. I don't know. It's going to be tough, to be honest, even hold on to that spot. I'm really not sure. I mean, of course, we got LeBron, which is always going to help, but it's really how the other dudes step up. Malik Monk, is Westbrook going to start playing better?
So is it fair to say it's 50-50? You're kind of like flip a quarter. It's that.
I'm really not sure, to be honest. We've been really struggling all year. So
all right, no worries. We always try to get you to make predictions on the things. We didn't say what the Kings' chances were of making it, I'm afraid to say. So I get it. it. Tanner's a diehard Laker fan, even though he's rocking the Dodger hat. We talked about baseball here. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll tab you again as we get closer to playoffs. Maybe, I guess we'll talk about the NBA playoffs. Maybe we'll see. All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Closing thoughts. Do you have any closing thoughts? I know Kings and
I miss the Angels. I miss watching spring training.
Yes, we did. We would have had spring training games today. What'd you miss about spring training? We're still going to go. Hopefully, we're going that last week in March. Hopefully we can go.
February is a tough month.
Yeah, tough month. No more football. Well, we got the Kings, right? We got the Kings, and the Lakers are playing. But I mean, there's still sports out there. Golf's going. I know you don't watch golf really. There's golf. But the Kings are doing good, so this is a good thing for us. Anything final thoughts just before we wrap up? I know it's kind of a quick hitter, and then we're gonna have our Lakers folks on, but I want to get your final thoughts and get your thoughts as we kind of close out, and then we'll do our video magic later. That's it. You missed the Angels being on, starting off. Yeah, I'm sure they do too. In closing too, I just want to say how blessed we are, Ty. We're really blessed that we can talk sports. We can talk sports. We get to enjoy the freedom to do that and enjoy it, and we're safe. We're protected. The Russia-Ukraine crisis, it really reminds us how fortunate we are to live here in the United States and be protected. And just, so just be thankful, everybody. That's what I'm taking from it. And we do talk sports because, there's a lot to worry about in the world, but talking sports helps people cope, helps us cope, right, Ty? Sometimes we have some stressful days, right? We all do. And talking sports helps it, right? Yeah. All right. Okay, everybody. We will see you later for the Dad and Ty Sports Show. Let's go, Major League Baseball. Get it together. All right, bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. See ya.